the way I'm gonna view this is that it's gonna be a mix of Invincible and Harry Potter and Maverick. Okay, so you have something original in a sense where it's Invincible, you know, a different take. I think we're seeing something magical here with like a Harry Potter type of thing where people are gonna be like actually invested in what's going on just as much as people started to dress up as Harry Potter in theaters way back when. I think we're starting to see that. I think we are so saturated and tired of like Marvel and DC, and we want something new, and I think that we're seeing that here. And then again, we're seeing something with Top Gun Maverick here, right? You know, why did Maverick do so well? It's because it's not even woke, right? It didn't even try to be anti-woke, it just was not woke. Hey yo, what's up you guys? So I'm coming to you with another video. Let's talk about pop culture. Let's talk about July. It's the month of July. Might as well talk about Eric July and the Rippaverse. The Rippaverse gaining $3 million in their essentially crowdfunding with this first issue of Isom, their comic book of the Rippaverse and everything. You know, this is making waves, right? And this is so historic, really. And you know, it is something that talks about something that I like talking about is the culture war, and I think this is definitely what we're seeing, and again, like the pushback, the pendulum swinging back, you know. And I would love to get into this, so with that said, shall we begin?
So tall cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas salty. All this is on my body, got me.
But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey Mitch, all the Mitches, the call sign Don, and pretty much I like talking about what I like talking about. So, current events, reviews, pop culture, social political commentary, be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm, and let's get into it. Alright, so getting into this, we'll watch a little bit about DRUNK3P0 and see what Jay had to say about this hitting $3 million. Obviously, I'll play off of what he says and then go from there because I kind of want to highlight what the super chat I put on Eric July Young Rippa's live stream last night. I wish I had it saved. He deleted the video. I guess he doesn't like saving a lot of his live streams, but I would have loved to really saved it, but at least I got a screenshot. So we got that we got to talk about that real quick, and then just have some fun talking about comic books and talk about like Asian American superheroes and all of that good topic too. So let's roll it.
Congratulations, Eric July, the $3 million and climbing $3 million man, and the hate is just getting worse and worse, and people are losing their minds. they don't understand it. They're just like, they're blaming it on the Blaze now. They're blaming it on Fox News. They're blaming it on all kinds of things. They're like, you're having all these conservative boys push your comic books. That's why you have so much. It blows my mind.
Okay, pause right there. Again, I would have echoed that saying congratulations on 3 million. I said it was already amazing when it hit 1 million. I think that's already a game changer in a way, you know, because again, no one is doing this crap like self-owned independent stuff other than like Tim Pool and Daily Wire. And for this is the next step in that, right? And to make it to 3 million is so momentous, right? It's so historical, right? And again, it's coming from the people, right? This is not like a corporate driven and all this stuff. It is actually coming from the people. And so again, totally amazing and everything. And I love this topic. And Young Ripper already has done other videos about this. Other people hating on him on doing this. Like, why would you hate on this? One, it looks bad on you. It looks like you're just like a poor sport or whatever, you know, you just don't have good taste. Like, if it's one of those things, rising tides raises all ships, right? And so how much better would have been if you congratulated that person, congratulated Eric, right? And then he gives you shout outs to your material, right? Rather than you like being jealous of his success, like, oh, you putting this down. Now it's like, okay, well, no one wants to talk about your stuff because y'all just mad, right? And so like, I think it's a great thing. I think it's an amazing thing. And so continue.
It blows my mind. And if they knew who Eric July was, if they knew his politics and stuff, they'd probably be shocked. They'd probably be shocked. But good on you, Eric. Eric was also on Fox News does a great little piece. Let's watch that together, shall we?
All right, from Superman to Thor, comic book characters are getting a woke makeover. We've been telling you about this. You have a new comic book publisher promising to ignore cancel culture, and it is paying off. Rippaverse's debut, comic book #1, Isom, is #1, nearly made $3 million already, showing no signs of stopping. Founder of Rippaverse Comics, Eric July, and artist behind it all,
Look at my boy.
Gabe Abdullah El Talib, joins us now. Congratulations to both of you. I guess let's start with you, if we can, Eric. What gave you this idea? What prompted you to do what you did in October?
Well, you know, I'd been talking about this for a little bit. I've been in the commentary space, certainly on YouTube, various other channels, talking about comic books and the state of it and having my complaints. What I wanted to do was be a part of the solution instead of always griping about the problem. So I had the idea. It's made sense financially. It was the perfect time to do it. And, you know, I spent about almost a year and a half or so really trying to get this bad boy off of the ground. And we finally, of course, just announced it. And it reassured everything that I had been saying. But also that this American comic book market is still kind of thirsty for this type of material. They've just not been getting it from the big two or any of the likes that are kind of associated with being the head honcho.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to pause it right there. He's probably going to continue, but I like this comment because a lot of people are saying, like, I'm comic book saturated, I'm comic book fatigue and everything. And I think that's incorrect. I think it's incorrect because we can see something like Spider-Man Far From Home. No Way Home. We're in the year 2022. So we have Spider-Man No Way Home, right? And it knocks it out of the water, right? And I think we're seeing something so iconic here. The way I'm gonna view this is that it's gonna be a mix of Invincible and Harry Potter and Maverick. Okay, so you have something original in a sense where it's Invincible, you know, a different take. I think we're seeing something magical here with like a Harry Potter type of thing where people are gonna be like actually invested in what's going on just as much as people started to dress up as Harry Potter in theaters way back when. I think we're starting to see that. I think we are so saturated and tired of like Marvel and DC and we want something new, and I think that we're seeing that here. And then again, we're seeing something with Top Gun Maverick here, right? You know, why did Maverick do so well? It's because it's not even woke, right? It didn't even try to be anti-woke. It just was not woke. And that was something that Eric July has made statements and dialogue and talked about many times. You know, and he's gonna just write some good stories. Whether that incorporates whatever social justice that may be, sure, but it's not gonna be at the forefront. It's not gonna be social justice first, then story. It's gonna be story, character building, lore building, everything that, and then if it ties into an allegory of social justice, sure, I'm sure that Eric July would still do a little about that, but it's not woke driven, right? So again, I think this is something really, really awesome that we're watching here.
Comic book, so the audience certainly reassured that this was a great decision to make.
Right, so at least 3 million people and counting. Gabe, you said you walked away. You said it was because I was upset that they wanted to make Superman woke and get rid of the slogan "Truth, Justice, and the American Way." Why was that the straw that broke your back?
Oh, thank you for having me, Brian. Yeah, I dreamed of being a comic book artist since I was a little boy, and I worked my way up. It was so hard. I made it to DC Comics, made it to Superman. My little boy dream came true. They made him woke. They got rid of his American citizenship. They said the truth, justice, and the American way doesn't matter. So you guys reported on it in October. I famously walked off the book, and that was a big deal. And soon after, I met up with Eric, and we started working on Isom together. And I also made another book with another Warner Brothers DC Comics veteran, David Williams. And we created Truth, Justice, American Way as our love letter to like your classic Avengers, Superman, Batman kind of stories.
Wow.
So that's going on too. And working on Isom with Eric has been amazing. Eric shares my ideals of we don't want to be anti-woke and attack people. We want to be non-woke. You know, we just want to give people classic superhero action. And Eric is right about what he's saying.
Eric, let me just ask you, somebody not happy is...
This is so great. This is like when Tim Pool, when Daily Wire, when Blaze TV, Geeks and Gamers, Neurotic, everyone talks about fighting the culture, we're on building culture. We're seeing it. Like $3 million invested in not just fighting the culture war per se, but just really just investing in just good storytelling versus a woke ideology that tears down and deconstructs what it is to be American, what it is to be a person, what is to be anything of that sort. Because that, when in any of those cases, always Marxism that is postmodernism, that is deconstructing how we think, how we talk, what we believe, what is Judeo-Christian values. And again, I'm not saying that the Rippaverse is gonna be Christian, you know, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying it's gonna be anti-woke, and I totally am digging that.
Reddit. They said it's a comic book for hate groups. What's your reaction to that?
It's to be expected. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this industry. It's not just with the content per se. Even the economic model is very archaic. And a lot of people have a lot riding on protecting the old guard, as I call them. So it was to be expected that hit pieces were going to be wrote. Those types of, like, you know, subreddits in which you mentioned, they were going to do their usual dirty tricks to try to kind of suppress it. But it shows just how organic this really is, because that hasn't been able to stop us, certainly at all. We've got a lot of enthusiasm about this project. People have seen the artwork. They see Cliff Richards do a great job. They see Gabe do his great color work. They've got a hint of the story. Everybody's stoked on this, and there's nothing that these people can do to certainly stop it. And to me, this is what they were always actually scared of, was us entering into this arena and doing our own thing, as opposed to having to answer to them and trying to go about their way of doing things.
And real quick, 15 seconds, Gabe. Are other people calling you to join this, join your team?
Oh, yeah, I've been reached out to a lot this week. And it's funny, Comic-Con starts today here in San Diego where I live. And for the first time ever, DC Comics, they don't have a booth there. Yet here, Eric and I sit with a best-selling book. And I would encourage all of your viewers, go pick up ISOM right now, Rippaverse.com. Go get Truth, Justice, American Way on Indiegogo and stand up for Superman and Batman, these things that were so important to me and inspired me to be a hero. It's an American icon.
Two creative guys that are pro-American. Can you imagine? Thanks so much, guys. Congratulations on your success. Hopefully double your sales during this spot. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. If I don't pause it at a good section, Eric will kill me if he sees this video. I hope this is as motivating for anyone out there that wants to create something as it is for me. Immediately, once Eric July launched his campaign, many people know that I'm working on my own book, my own graphic novel series. I've been working on this for 3 years. Been taking my time. I want it done right. I thought I was going to launch it last year. I just wasn't happy with it. And so I said, I'm going to take another year to make sure it's done right. I have just been diving into that because this has been so motivating for me. And it just goes to show exactly everything that he said, that there's still a market for it, that people are still hungry for this type of content, and that they just are tired of any type of woke agenda stuff. They just want good stories.
I'll pause it there. I think that was amazing what DRUNK3P0 said, and I'm gonna echo and amplify that with Jay. Like, you know, like when I was a kid, or not kid, but when I was high school, I was writing my own short stories, and I kind of want to lead that into the next part of this video and ending on that note. But I like what they're saying, and I said what I'm gonna say. What I said before is like, this is building culture, right? And the fact that I hope, like Jay was saying, I hope other people do get inspired. You don't need to go through the traditional ways of like DC, Marvel to get your stuff. You know, you don't have to go through all this stuff. You can just do it yourself. Obviously, it takes money. Obviously, it builds, like, you have to build a platform. The reason why Eric July was able to be as successful as he did is because of the networking, because of what he did, and obviously putting the time and effort into his content, right? It's not like a crowdfunding. He makes this comment a lot of times. It's not like a crowdfund in which, and I do take part in crowdfundings, right? It's not like a crowdfund where you need the actual money first, then the production happens. Like he said, he already paid his artists, he already did all this stuff. It just needs to get out to the public, right? And so again, this is all really, really cool. Alright, so next I want to highlight this super chat that I put in yesterday at Young Rippa's live stream. I wish he saved the video. I wish I took it out. I think because it was something really kind of cool exchange a little bit. And I'm glad he read my super chat, and I'm glad that one of my friends, one of my subscribers, actually screenshotted this. So it was really great. And so I'm gonna read it, what I put down, and I'm kind of really want to talk about it for the rest of the video. So my super chat reads, hopefully you can write in a Filipino character, not for diversity quotas, but you can actually beat Marvel to making a true iconic Asian character. Move over Shang-Chi, plug in my channel Fighting the Culture War. You know, and again, I would have loved to have replayed this exchange, because he like Eric July actually paused and thought of like, maybe I can actually do that. I think there was an opportunity. I would like to think, Eric July, if you're watching this, awesome. I would like to think that he is, like, he thought about it real quick. Like, we've seen like Asian superheroes, right? Like even like a Shang-Chi, like Marvel pushing Miss Marvel. We even got Wong and Ned in the MCU. And then we kind of got Beast Boy, even though he's not traditionally Asian, in Titans, you know, on the HBO Max version, right? But as far as Shang-Chi goes, right, like as I love that character, and I do like Simu Liu, right, but he's at the moment he's not iconic, right? And it would really be great for opportunity for like Young Rippa to do like an Asian Filipino character and beat them to it, you know? That would be so great. Obviously, I'm gonna pitch my idea for a Filipino character, right? And likewise, there's other characters out there in Marvel, not just like those things I mentioned. You got Silk, you got Amadeus Cho, you got even Jubilee, you know, like even in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? There's a lot of other Asian characters, but again, nothing at the par of like a Superman and everything, or Batman, or even Iron Man, right? And so it would be really great if the like Rippaverse has their own version of a Filipino-American superhero. And so yeah. Alright, so for the last minute, 3 minutes, whatever I have for the last portion of this video, I just want to do a quick pitch. Obviously, off the top of my head, I should develop this even more, but I'm gonna like do my pitch. So Eric July, Young Rippa 59, Rippaverse, owner, founder, creator of the Rippaverse. If you are watching this, and if anyone is watching this, this is my pitch. Soft pitch, obviously I can build upon it and build my character, but I would love something even myself, reflecting on myself, right? So a Filipino-American character, probably like that was secretly in the military, got out, all that good stuff, right? But it's a combination of like magic and science, right? Magic, science, and faith, right? Something a little bit that plays to a little bit about me. So kind of like amalgamation, but not too smart like a Tony Stark, and not too powerful like a Doctor Strange, but in somewhat of a combination of that, right? And so I would call this character, named after my call sign a little bit, Napalm Don, right? So he has Napalm Don has a suit that allows him to fly, probably have fire-based abilities, and so that's where his tech comes in, right? And so magic abilities, I'm gonna say something kind of like, or mystical instead of magic, right? So in this case, it's like drawing from our Lord, our Savior, our God, right? And so he was blessed by God, not some magical deity, whatever, but actually from God. And so in this case, he has a halo effect. So a halo effect meaning kind of like immunity to other type of magic, and have like a true halo effect in which he has a positive vibe around people and has a good influence around people, and kind of like has a charismatic ability around him, kind of like a natural ability to ascertain what's going around him, like kind of like a sixth sense, right? And so that also amplifies his your version of mutants or meta. So he kind of retains people's memories around him, right? He can learn other people's skills around him, so that's where he learns about people's science and other people's magic abilities. So he kind of has like in going back to kind of like a Shikamaru like event in Naruto, where he can analyze really quick on who his enemies are and everything, and have a good sense of strategy and everything. I think that really plays into what I like, and obviously he can gain those skills and all that stuff, right? And probably a little bit mind reading in there, and a little bit of somewhat of influence and mind control with a halo effect. So a little bit of passive psychic abilities along with his tech, right? And so I think that would really be cool. Again, Filipino American, right? If I were to name him right now, I'm gonna say something on the lines of like Malachi Laponto or something, you know, something that has my initials, ML, and then I would love it, I did like a Wu-Tang naming thing, you know, so when I put that in a generator, Lance Connect came in, right? And so I would love to do it like like his tech is like a ship, an aerial spaceship, whatever, that's where he lives and that resides. And so the Battlestar Lance Connect, right? And so totally off the rails, right? And so like I'm just using this as an opportunity just to think out loud, and even maybe I should build my own characters, right? And create my own universe. But like if Ripper's watching this and like, hey, that sounds pretty cool, and he picks and chooses all of that stuff, hey, that sounds pretty cool too. And so I'm gonna leave it there. So thank you for watching. I just want to use that opportunity just to think out loud as far as what's going on in the culture war, in current events, in pop culture, and Rippaverse. And again, we are seeing something really magical here, right? Like I said, it's a little bit about Invincible, a little bit of Harry Potter, a little bit of Top Gun Maverick, and I think we got something really awesome when it comes to the Rippaverse. So again, congratulations to Eric July at 3 million. Obviously, it's gonna go more, and I'm looking forward to what this future holds. So with that said, thank you for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitch. You can follow me on Rumble, Mitch Lozada. Still need to make my Twitter, so see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you. E como espiritu tuo.